I think it's the same as every year, really. You can't sort of put your money on one team because, week in, week out, there's shock results. Look at Swinton Keighley this weekend. We weren't expecting Keighley to go and do Swinton 30-0. So you can't. And then Midlands came close with North Wales, didn't they? I think there was about 4 points in that. I think it was a last-minute try for them to secure the win. So you've got to be on your game every week, no matter who you're playing. And it's as always, it's a tough, close-knit competition, and it'll come right to the last game of the season.
Well, Tom, a big thank you for joining us. And before we get to this weekend's match with Cornwall, just a big congratulations for last weekend's result and a hat-trick for yourself, man of the match performance. How was it?
Yeah, it was as expected, really. Obviously it's a long journey for the boys, so your legs are always a bit tired coming off the bus, but I think we put in another sort of group performance. I don't think we was at our best on Saturday. We've still got a lot to work on. On a personal perspective too, I hadn't played for 5 weeks, so it was just nice to get back on the pitch and get some tries. But really, a lot of them tries were off the back of good team play. So yeah, credit to the boys. So
a long trip for yourself down to London. Might not have been as match sharp as you normally would be, but yet you score a hat-trick. So what does that tell us about what you're capable of this season, Tom?
Well, I think, we've had a big pre-season at Rochdale. I think, most League One teams have. Not starting until sort of March, end of March. It's meant that, we started sort of pre-Christmas and we've had a good 4 months at it. So, we've been doing all the right things in training, the fitness training and the strength conditioning and all that sort of stuff. And it's just nice to obviously sort of roll into what you do it for, the game day. So I think all the boys are ready. We've put some, we've got a good team and yeah, we've done some good stuff.
And the performances are there. The results are certainly there as well. Barring the opening round match, it's been good, some pretty strong results, especially against Oldham as well a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Oldham. I think Oldham and Hunslet were both really, really good wins for us, and it just sort of, set a marker to what we can achieve and where we can go this season. So I think round one, we did have a few lads missing, and the lads who have come back in have obviously made a big impact. And yeah, I think we're hopefully up there for contention this year.
And what's your general assessment of the competition overall? Because, like you say, you played Oldham, you played Oldham, you played Hunslet, you played North Wales, you played the Scholars now. So what's your assessment of the competition early doors?
I think it's the same as every year, really. You can't sort of put your money on one team because, week in, week out, there's shock results. Look at Swinton Keighley this weekend. We weren't expecting Keighley to go and do Swinton 30-0. So you can't. And then Midlands came close with North Wales, didn't they? I think there was about 4 points in that. I think it was a last-minute try for them to secure the win. So you've got to be on your game every week, no matter who you're playing. And it's as always, it's a tough, close-knit competition, and it'll come right to the last game of the season.
So we started this talking about the long trip last weekend to London. This week, you've got from the southeast to the southwest, take on Cornwall. And Cornwall they've been scoring, haven't they? So what's your thoughts on the challenge this week?
Well, again, you can't write anyone off. Like you said, they've been scoring. I think looking at the last couple of games, they've been averaging 20-odd points a game. So obviously they've got the potential. I think they're probably going to be one of them teams who will only get stronger as the year goes on. So I do think they'll turn over a few teams. Hopefully we're not one of them. But we're going to go down there prepared. We're going down Saturday. I think we're going down Saturday morning, so we'll have a nice rest before the game Sunday. And we're going to stay over Sunday night as well. So, yeah, the club's doing what it can to support us boys. So we've got to go down there and give it our all and hopefully come back with a win.
And speaking of the club, obviously you signed for the club late last season, didn't you? But how are you finding things?
Oh, I love it. Obviously, I'm pretty much a local lad anyway, so it cuts down all the travelling, which means I can focus more on the training. I'm not as tired when I get to training, so I can give it that extra little bit. All the lads are a cracking set of lads, so it's nice to be in a good environment. And then obviously you've got some golden oldies in our team who have got bags of experience, like your Fufu, Moi Mois, and obviously I'm playing outside Rangi Chase, so there's no one better to play outside of in League One than Rangi Chase, is there? So I'm learning every day every training session, learn something new, brings loads of experience to the team. It's just really good to have them lads in the group. We're pretty lucky, to be fair.
No, cracking stuff. And just a final question, Tom. It's going to be live on our league this week, which is handy for a few people, I'm going to suggest. But for those hardy Rochdale Hornets fans who are making the trip down with you, what's your message to them? I mean, how much are you looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, obviously, every game day, every week, we look forward to playing. That's what we put the hours in for, and dedicate so much of our time. So for them who are going down there, we really appreciate the support. Obviously, it's a big commitment from the fans to make that journey. It's a big cost. It's a lot of time out of the way, so we really appreciate that. And hopefully you can be loud and proud like you were at London. So, yeah, thanks for the support.